Aloha kako, and welcome to the 102nd annual Kamehameha School Song Contest, live from the Blaisdell Arena. I'm Mahialani Richardson, and I'm here with my co-host tonight, Manu Boyd, a fellow Kamehameha graduate, composer, and kumuhula. It is so good to see you in person.
I should say aloha kau e Mahialani. Aloha pumehana oko a pau mai Hawaii pai aina nei. Puni ke a holo o koa. He hau ori I ono ke ia ke maua, ke kipa, ke hoʻokipa kuia oko, e noho mai, e nanea mai, e walea, e hoʻolohe I nā leo o pio o ke ia po e hau mana o ke kula o Kamehameha no Kapālama. Ano laila, aloha pumehana kākou.
It's been 2 years since we've been in this arena, and we're so excited to say that the students of Kamehameha schools are back to singing live this year, showing just how resilient our Kamehameha Ohana has been. And tonight, we return this tradition that is a vital part of the cultural experience at Kamehameha schools. And we'd also like to send our aloha to the thousands of students who didn't get to experience the tradition of song contest over the last 2 years.
Ai polole. So tonight's theme is Ola Mau o Kamehameha, celebrating Kamehameha's musical legacy. And so all of the songs you'll be hearing this evening are older mele, and it will be familiar to some of our older graduates, and also older arrangements. And then the ho'ike, I'm not gonna let the cat out of the bag just yet, but the ho'ike, the presentation before the awards is going to be just outstanding. But this year, the Kamehameha students will lift their voices in song as expressions of aloha for the many hakumele, arrangers, kumu, haumana, and alumni that have helped keep our choral traditions alive and thriving for over a century.
Oh, Manu, you know what was really amazing is to hear the parents and the families and to see this entire arena filled with so much aloha. And for all of you watching Song Contest, join in on the fun and follow along on our social media channels and for more Song Contest highlights.
You know, we want to say aloha to our Olelo Hawaii hosts, and they're both kumu at the Kapālama campus. Melelani Pang and Lili Noi Ka'ahanui. Aloha olua. Pea mai nei. Pea au hea o ko. Mahela.
Mai ka ino maua, mahalo, aloha. E Manu me Mahialani, aloha mai e nā pua'apa wahi.
Ai, velina mai ke aloha e nā hoa makamaka o lelo Hawaii. Ke aloha no ia kākoa pau. Hau oli no hoi ka hui hou ana o kākou I ke ia hiahi.
Ai, aina make oko e ho'olohe. Mao ka olelo Hawaii e hiki ke hana ma ka sa a pi o ia hoi ka secondary audio program.
Ai, hiki no ke kipa aku I kahi punai vele a Kamehameha, ksbe.edu/song contest I nā o kuhi no ka olelo Hawaii. Hau oli no hoi ka ho'omau ana ia mahele olelo Hawaii na kākoa pau. E ola ka olelo.
Ai.
Ai, mahalo ia olua e Lili Noi a me mele.
Ai, ke aloha no.
Ia hau oli no I kākoa pau me ke ia ho'ohui hou ana.
O ia
Ai.
And a very special mahalo goes out to our broadcast sponsors and to all of our viewers across the islands and around the world who are joining us tonight.
To open tonight's program, we begin with an oli ho'okipa, or a chant of welcome. And this particular mele is titled Halau Wai'anai. And it was written by the mother of well-known composer Helen Kapua Ilohia Dishe Beamer. So her mother writes this mele, and it will be chanted by Jodeci Manning, and she is the daughter of Iris Thompson Manning and Hokulani Manning. Anoho oia ma kona Hawaii moku o Keawe.
Halau wai'anai mo lalei kalala pānoa ke kuloku mano ku nihi kanoho mauna lahi ho maha kui kawai lua le ana nu anui ke kamakahala I pauku ia me ka ahihi I ho'ohihi no una uno o kuleana paano ai. He ike haole, he lulu lima ke aloha e au ke kilohana ke konanaka mali e huli ano ko halai maui nei e nana i kamakani he lau awo ai pi o ai manu he lua kuana puua peli ai ai o puu awa o puu na hulu o pili no me kalahiki o lai ike ia kamotu nui lau Hawaii ike kaunei Hawaii I luna me he lupe ala ka lele oni ke po o ka ainana pele a kula ka makale hua haku kele a kula nui ka uala o I kua ka malama e he ike haole he lulu lima ke aloha e
The opening pule will be offered by Senior Logan Lau. He is the son of Dr. Lindsay and Lisa Lau, Noho'oia ma Aina Haina Oahu.
Please rise for pule. E ho'omalu kākou. E ke okua manaloa, we humbly gather here before you on this momentous occasion to celebrate our beloved Kamehameha musical legacy, Ola Mau o Kamehameha. This evening, through the voices of our haumana and the songs of the past, may we honor and commemorate our kupuna and kumu who have paved the way for us to stand here today. As we embark on this rich musical journey through history, may your blessing be upon us, and may we honor your presence with the harmonies of our voices. I pray your light shines on all those participating tonight, and that we may perpetuate the songs which encapsulate the beauty of our culture and language through sharing them with our family, friends, and those all around the world tuning in. Let our voices resound with dignity and pride, filling the atmosphere with the elegance and strength of 102 years of this beautiful tradition. E kia kua, we thank you for allowing us this opportunity during such challenging times, and may you bless everyone here and deliver them home safely once our time has concluded. O kama ko leo pule keia makai noa o kau keiki hiva hiva o Yesu Christo, a peinei ho'i ka pule au I a o mai ai a mākou. E ko mākou makua I loko o kalani, e ho ano ia ko inoa. E hiki mai ko au puni, e mālama ia ko make make maka honua nei. E like me ia I mālama ia makalani la. E haawi mai a mākou I ke ia la, I aina mākou no nei ia la. E kala mai ho'i a mākou I ka mākou lawe hala ana. Me mākou e kala nei I ka poe I lawe hala I ka mākou. Mai ho'o ku'oe a mākou I ka ho'o vale vale ia mai. E ho'o pakele no nae a mākou I ka ino. No ka mea, no ke aupuni. A me ka mana, a me ka ho'onani ia a maolo aku. Amene.
Senior Isabella Poi Poi will lead everyone in Ho'onani I Kamakua Mau. Isabella is the daughter of Alan and Jennifer Poi Poi, no Ho'oia ma Kailua o Ahu. Following the doxology, Senior Gunnar Hatcher will lead Hawaii Pono'i. Gunnar is the son of David and Barbie Hatcher, no Ho'oia ma Nana Kuli o Ahu.
Senior Tihani Mitchell will offer Olelo Ho'okipa, words of welcome. Tihani is the daughter of Coogan and Regina Mitchell no Ho'oia ma Pu'uanahulu, Hawaii.
E nā lei ohu o ko Hawaii pai aina, nā le hua kau I ka iu, ko Roselani ala o nauna, ka ilima kūlana ali I amena moki hana hua poina ole, ano ai me ke aloha ya ka koa pauloa. Tonight, we the vibrant Pua Pauahi are proud to present Ola Mau o Kamehameha, celebrating our Kamehameha musical legacy. Our Hawaiian people have endured many trials and tribulations over time, from our Olala Mokuahine being forbidden, our kingdom being overthrown, and our land being constantly colonized. However, our law hui continues to endure and remain steadfast in the face of adversity. And after 2 years of no in-person song contest due to the ongoing pandemic, we are together, Mākaukau, to echo the song of our Homeho'ona O'au. For the past 102 years, the voices of the men and women of Kamehameha schools have filled the hills of Kapālama, with each student enriching the musical legacy of our beloved choral traditions. Tonight's musical selection will feature classic choral arrangements rooted in our school's choral heritage. Each mele represents the efforts of some amazing choral teachers over the last century who were influential in the music making at our beloved school. We proudly honor the hard work and dedication of these instrumental kumu, who not only instilled the joy of music making in many generations of Kamehameha students, but also left a great legacy of aloha in which we all continue here tonight. O Kamehameha no kahi pūnana no Kāmālama ana I nā leo o nā Pua Pauahi. He mea ma'amau no keia no kākō, oia nā leo I kaiko o nā kānea me ke kani nahe o nā leo wahine. Ke kā hiko nani mauai o Hawaii nei, ka momi o ka pā ki pika. No laila, e nā pua hano a ke ali'i pauahi, e hi meni pū kākou me ka lokahi, e kui ai I le ho'ohie no nei kula aloha a kākou. E ola mau o Kamehameha.
Senior Joshua Ching will introduce tonight's judges. He is the son of Ricky and Sherry Ching, Noho Oia ma Waikele o Ahu.
The haumana that stand before you today have grown up with a backdrop of transformation. From a global pandemic that frayed the seams of our connection to social, political, and environmental challenges for our lahui, our generation is charting a course to rebuild what we've lost. But it's only through the guidance of our kumu, of those that came before, that we are able to reimagine our traditions, like song contest, and reinvigorate our legacies. So it's fitting that tonight we are joined by an esteemed and decorated panel of judges, all of whom have served as Kamehameha kumu, a role that deserves more thanks than anyone could give. And all of us haumana know that for a fact. Without further ado, here are the visionaries of today that have cultivated those of tomorrow. Audience, please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Kamehameha community strategist and president of the Association of Hawaiian Civic Clubs, Hailama Farden will serve as our first language judge this evening. Kumu Hailama has dedicated the past 30 years of service to Kamehameha as a Kumu Olelo Hawaii and high school vice principal. He is also a kahu at the Waianae Protestant Church. A lifelong Kumu Olelo Hawaii and currently the Director of Cultural Development at the Kamehameha School's Ho'okahua Cultural Vibrancy Division, Kumu Leonard Ke'alakwan Jr. will serve as our second language judge. Kumu Kwan is a former languages department head where he served Kamehameha for nearly 2 decades, while also coordinating the Ho'oma Ka'ikai Exploration Summer Program. Timothy Keali'iho has contributed significantly to our choral program at Kamehameha Kapālama, where he served as the director of choirs from 1997 to 2005. Currently, Mr. Ho is the chair of the music department and director of choirs at the Horace Mann School in New York City. Tonight, Mr. Ho will serve as our first choral judge. Dedicating her life to the field of choral music education, Ms. Nolanahulu conducts various groups and organizations throughout the Pai'aina, including the Hawaii Opera Theater Chorus and the Kawaiaha'o Church Choir. She is also the founder and artistic director of the choral group Kaleo Ona Vai o Kapu Kanileo, a member of the American Choral Directors Association for Hawaii chapter, and a lecturer at the University of Hawaii at Manoa Music Department. Tonight, Ms. Nahulu will serve as our second choral judge. Renowned choral arranger, composer, producer, musical scholar, and kumu, Dr. Randy Kamualafong will serve as our overall judge this evening. An alumnus from the class of '78, Dr. Fong is a former department head of the Performing Arts, where he oversaw music, dance, and glee club for nearly 20 years at Kamehameha. He is currently the director of the Ho'okahua Cultural Vibrancy Group at Kamehameha and director of the Aha Moana Nui Akea Pacific Consortium. E nā kanaka a pau, our song contest judges this evening. As we carry on their legacy and honor the traditions of our past, let's heed the teachings of our kumu to guide us and our voices to a brighter future. Let the competition begin.
We'll be kicking off the song contest competition with the young women of Kamehameha singing first when we return.
What is an Oiwi leader? Do they move people with their words? Do they let their actions speak? Do they breathe life into the past? Do they have a vision for the future? We celebrate every Oiwi leader who are all of these things and more. Together, they're helping our Lahui rise.
I wanna live and feel life, chase my dreams in the sky, oh, in my pursuit of happiness. Oh, 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 in my pursuit of happiness.
At Bank of Hawaii, nothing means more to us than helping you pursue your happiness. Bank of Hawaii, live your happy.
On behalf of the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, I'd like to extend a warm ho'omaikai to the haumana and staff of Kamehameha School's Kapālama for your continuing tradition of sharing the beloved mele o Hawaii nei. The Ho'okuku Mele is a wonderful annual celebration of our mo'omeheo, ohana, and aina that honors our kupuna and uplifts our lahui. And we are pleased to help sponsor this special event. I mua I ka lanakila.
Closed captioning for tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Chaminade University, supporting Hawaii students, cultivating leaders and change makers of tomorrow to empower our Lahui.
Welcome back to the 102nd Annual Kamehameha School Song Contest. We'll begin tonight with the women's competition.
Presenting Nā Wahine o Kamehameha is Senior Weston Chun. He is the son of Tyson and Kimberly Chun, no ho'oia ma wahio wā o ahu.
Where would our cherished choral tradition be without the sweet voices of our beautiful wahine? As we again open our hearts to the mele of our storied past, we must also make sure to recognize the legacy of our choral teachers, composers, and arrangers, many of whom were strong-willed and talented women. The soprano and alto voices that have rung through the halls of our kula all culminate in a beautiful harmony that has resonated for generations here at Kamehameha. Much like the stringing of a lei, year after year, flower upon flower, we continue to add to the fragrant garland that is our heritage of choral music. From the sophomore women, taking us to the misty heights of Oahu's highest summit in Uluwehi o Ka'ala, to the junior women, speaking of the desire that true love brings in Ku'u'i'ini. And finally, the senior women, singing of a lover's sweet embrace in Ku'ule Avapuhi. E olu olu, may I have the order? E himeni mua ana, na wahine o ka papa, mele mele. E himeni ae, na wahine o ka papa, ula ula. E himeni hope na wahine o ka papa o ma'o. E o na leo kani ana wahine ui o Kamehameha.
The daughter of James and Sarah De Silva, no ho'oia ma Waimanalo Oahu.
Miss Laura E. Brown is remembered as one of Hawaii's greatest arrangers of choral music during her time. A kumu at Kamehameha from 1926 to 1947, she taught the preparatory grades, music classes at both the boys' and girls' schools, and also directed the glee clubs. Miss Brown appreciated song as a form of emotional liberation, feeling that the purpose of song contest was to give students pleasure in singing as a means of expression. Tonight, the women of the junior class will honor the legacy and vision of Miss Brown by singing her arrangement of the mele Ku'ui'ini, written by Charles E. King. The lyrics compare one's lasting desire for their love to a flower that never fades. As the junior women, under the direction of Faith Kawai, sing this emotive arrangement, we hope that all who listen will feel the adoration, longing, and passion that this mele so beautifully expresses. Na vai e ole ka iini I ka pua nani mai ole.
She's the daughter of Ka'ala and Kelehua Kauai, Noho'oia Makane Ohe Oahu.
Singing these Hawaiian language songs, it's really an experience like no other. Coming together and being able to sing as a class really helps us to feel very immersed in our culture.
Mehe ala e
12th grade. And song contests for the girls were held in the auditorium, which still stands today. Laura Brown was one of my mother's teachers at Kamehameha. A beautiful rendition of Ku'u'ini, My Desire, composed by Charles E. King.
Li'i Peahi will introduce the senior women. She is the daughter of Kalai Peahi no Ho'oia ma Waimana lo Oahu.
Au hea la oe ki aloha. Awa puhi pala o kou anoi. I keia po e hi meni ana nawa hine o ka papa umi kumalua. Malalo o kamalu o Malie, Cynthia, kamalani o nā puali I Laimen I ke mele o ku'ulei, awa puhi. He mele kaulana loa ke ia puni o Hawaii pai aina e ho'i ke aku ai I ke aloha palena ole o ne ipo me he awa puhi la. O Walter Tullis, kai ho'o noho noho I ne mele a he kumu mele oia ma Kamehameha. Mai ka makahiki, umi kumaiwa kanalima ai ka makahiki, umi kumaiwa kanalima kumaha. He kane kālena loa o kumutalis no ka mea he alakai oia, he kanaka ho'o kani piano oia, he haku mele oia a puni ho'i oia I nā mele hana keaka. E nā nea mai ko mau pepe au I nā leo nahe o nā wahine I ka poli o ki aloha. E ku'u aloha e au hea la oi. A huli aku wau ia oi.
Malie Lyman will lead the senior women in her first year as song director. She is the daughter of Shane Lyman and Po Maikai Lyman no Ho'oia ma Honolulu o Ahu.
Given everything we've been through, I think it's only fitting that our class has a calling response that says, "Oh, hey, La'oi, who are you?" And with everything finally coming together again, we're able to say, "Ewi Noa, here we are."
you know, Mahialani, what a beautiful arrangement. And as you as a Kamehameha woman, they were singing pretty high.
And with such confidence. And remember, they haven't been together for 2 years. So
Yes.
to have such clarity
And
in their
you
song.
can smell the fragrance of that white ginger up in Nu'uanu Valley that is caressed by the misty rain. So beautiful.
Ko'iahi Punua will introduce the sophomore women. She is the daughter of Anuenue Punua and Daniel Anthony. No ho'oia ma Kaneohe Oahu.
Uluwehi kalunau ka'ala, ka hiko ia mailai ka ohu. Haku ia e kanihoma wole, a ho'onohonoho ia e Dorothy Kahana Nui Gillette, eia ke mele o uluwehi o ka'ala. He mele ke ia e pū hanoi kanani o ka'ala, ai ho ike I ke aloha pau ole no ka ipo hone hone o ke au moe. He kumu kaui kahana o kumu Dorothy no kona ike no nā mele. Nāna no I haku I mau ho'onohonoho ke waka ui no nā huihi meni like ole. Ua o oia ma Kamehameha me he kumu huihi meni mai ka makahiki umikumaiwa kana hākumakolu ai ka makahiki umikumaiwa kana limakumahiku. He wahine ho'onohonoho ke wake aka mai o kumu Dorothy, a mamuli o kona aka mai, e olai ka kou mo olelo mele ma Kamehameha nei. I ke ia po, e ala ka iana o Sela Franda I nā wahine me ka lei o ma'o I ka ve kiu o ka ala, a I laila ma kou e pili ai. E olu, e ho'onānea, a e māliu mai I ka leo nahe o nā wahine o ka papa umi. Ku kila o ka ala, kuahiwi kau te hai ka lai.
Sela Fonda will direct the sophomore women. She is the daughter of Karen Ka'upu and Roderick Franda, no ho'oia ma Honolulu o Ahu.
Tonight when my class sings, I would love for them to hear the hidden tona behind my mele, which speaks from the perspective of Akane to his wahine, speaking about her beauty through the metaphor of Mount Ka'ala.
Oh
Oh, I just wanted to acknowledge the hard work of the students. You know, they didn't even know if they could have song contests this year. And wow, what a performance.
And you know, for sophomore girls to sing a Dorothy Gillette arrangement, have you ever been to the top of Ka'ala before?
Yes, I have.
It's beautiful
It
up there. And it
is.
talks about the mirages, the Vaili'ula, and the beautiful views of Waialua below, and that sweetheart of the midnight hour. Kaipo hone hone o Keau Moi. Beautiful. I wonder how Mele and Lili Noi are doing
let's
down the other
see.
side. Pehea Olua. Well, they seem to be nodding in appreciation for the sophomore Wahine.
No, and Kiala Kai o Sela.
Overall,
Just mai kai oia I Kiala Kai ana I kona papa.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you know, and that's a good point there, Illinois, is that the leaders of a class and how they connect with with the vibe with their students, fellow students. It really sometimes they're very strong, and she was very strong, and that was a difficult arrangement.
Kela ohana.
Yeah, Kela
Kona mau
Ohana.
kai
Yeah, come on,
kunane
Aina.
pu ke kai, yeah.
I should say, yeah.
Ka ohana olo koa.
Ona hanauna alaka I mele o ia ka mea e ike ana mai kahi hanauna ka pili o kela ano alaka I ana ea ua I kaika ua nani. E like me mali e laime no kona manawa mua ke na o iai o ia ka mo'opuna kua kahi a antigenoa ke ave. So
Yeah,
aia
so we're
ke la
talking
ano.
about
He
generational
ho'oilina.
ike from within their own ohana, their own family. Yeah.
So many things to pass on. Well, tonight's competition continues
Aye.
with the young men of Kamehameha singing next when we return.
We are really like a family company, a family business. We are committed to providing service to the islands, which is essential for an island community.
We are the lifeline to Hawaii.
It's inherent in everything we do every day. We're all about transforming this environment and cascading it into our communities that we serve.
We serve the greater good of Hawaii, and we do it the right way.
Hawaiian kingdom and government lands were taken during the illegal overthrow of Hawaii. These lands are the Public Land Trust, or PLT. By law, Hawaiians are entitled to 20% of PLT revenues, valued at $78.9 million per year, but are only getting $15.1 million. It's time Hawaiians got their rightful share of the PLT. Tell your legislator to help make things formal.
There he is. Look at you, Mr. College Man.
Oh, I was just East Coast hammer. Oh, what happened to your mop?
What? Hey guys, we ready to order?
Local moco, over easy, extra gravy.
Same.
Same.
Level it up and make it a deluxe with chili and mac salad added to your zip pack or surf pack.
This portion of tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Matson, celebrating 140 years of service to Hawaii.
Aloha and welcome back to the 102nd Annual Kamehameha School Song Contest. The men's competition is about to begin.
Senior Kyla Castro will present Na Kane o Kamehameha. She is the daughter of Anthony and Carrie Castro Noho'oia Makane Ohe o Ahu.
When I think of the epitome of strength, character, wisdom, and confidence, I think of my dad. You too, Mom. 27 years ago, my dad sat in the same seats you are all sitting in today. And tonight, the men of Kamehameha will honor the same legacy that he did, the musical legacy of our beloved Kamehameha schools. Tonight, we are blessed to have Na Kane o Kamehameha here in the Blaisdell for the first time in over 2 years. They will perpetuate the character of our school's namesake, Kamehameha Pai'ea, a man of great strength, character, and wisdom. Our men will embody what it means to be a warrior as their powerful, valiant voices fill the room. In tonight's competition, the men of Kamehameha will fight for the lei of victory and will carry on this tradition with pride. E olu olu, may I have the order? Displaying their vocal talents third is the men of Kapapa, Umi. Singing second is the men of Kapapa, Umi Kumalua. And lastly, singing first is the men of Kapapa, Umi Kumakahi. Eo e nā pane o Kamehameha.
Caleb Correa will now introduce the junior men. He is the son of Tara Kale Correa and Clarence Preston. Noho'oia ma Eva Oahu.
Me kaua kilikili hune, I kamalu ulu olele. Tonight, our junior men will be competing for the first time with our mele, Lahaina Luna, composed by Albert Kaleikini and arranged by Mr. Harold Turney. This classic mele was the very first school alma mater ever written completely in Olelo, Hawaii. Mr. Turney's arrival to Kamehameha in the early 1950s marked the beginning of what some call Kamehameha's golden age of music. Mr. Turney had a keen ability to develop the male voice in young students, as well as effectively developing the rich and full-bodied blend of tone and harmonies amongst the young voices of his students. Now, under the direction of Kiaheo Launiu Lopez, allow our ever-radiant stars, the junior men, take you through the stunning landscape of Lahaina Luna.
Directing the junior men is Kiahe Olauniu Lopez. He is the son of Te Wairangi, Worthington Lopez, and Pono Lopez. Noho'oia ma Kapālama o Ahu.
I chose this song this year because it is one of the Hawaiian schools here in Hawaii. This school is in Lahaina, Maui, and it is an honor to sing their alma mater this year.
O kamalu olele na kolono nani e me kaua kilikili hune o opului ke o kapalai o lahaina luna nani ka oku hele ho'i o kapakipika Ipu kukui a amau, pio ole I kamakani kaua hula. Oka oku hele oka wakipika, uka oku hele oka wakipika, uka oku hele oka wakipika, oka wakipika, oka wakipika. Yanu ka vai mauka. Ipu kukui a amau, pio ole I kamakani kaua hula. Uyanu ka vai mawai, kawai nene I amoe. Au namanu kaura, o oloni leo pelekani. Pakipika, ipu kukui a amau, pio ole I kamakani kaua hula.
You know, the poetry in this song is so beautiful, referring to Lahaina Luna School as Ipu Kukui a Mau Pio Ole I Kamakani Kauaula, this light burning that is inextinguishable, I should say, in the Kauaula wind. The alma mater for the students for generations from Lahaina Luna School on Maui.
This is getting a really warm reception by the audience. You can feel the rumbling here. I loved how the tones of the song just move back and forth.
It's very kane. It was a very man song. Beautifully done.
Kealola Kabilau will introduce the senior men. He is the son of Shannon and Jerzel Kabilau, no ho'oia kapole oahu.
E nā wahine ui o Kamehameha. Pēhea ho'i au I tau I te mai la. E lilo paha au, I ulu anau. Well, then you shall come to know this thing called love, as we, the senior men, take your breath away in our rendition of Pēhea ho'i au. This mele was composed and arranged by renowned musician Charles E. King, a graduate of the first Kamehameha School for Boys class in 1891. Known as the Dean of Hawaiian Music, Mr. King's prolific compositions became the gold standard for Kamehameha choral singing, and in particular, song contest. For over a century, students have had the privilege of singing and hearing many of Mr. King's mele in this very arena, and tonight is no exception. Under the direction of Kiva Hermasura, we honor Mr. King by bringing to life his elegant words of a man beckoning to his beloved. Ma'ana I mai oe pumihana ta'ua. Come here and be in our warm embrace.
Kiva Hermosura will direct the senior men for the first time. He is the son of Hanalei and Carrie Hermosura no ho'oia mahalele'a Hanalei Kauai.
Because we are honoring the legacy of Kamehameha schools, I chose Pēhea ho'i au to showcase the strength of the men's voices and to also bring that nostalgic feeling.
Pēhea ho'i au, I tau I te la, I tau I te la, I tau I te la.
Pehea ho'iau I tau I te maila. How do I look to you? That is a song of game, of swag, of personality. That was so well done. And Mahealani, you know, when you go from a minor mode into a major mode and then go back and forth from minor to major, it's difficult to do, especially when there are no instruments.
Yeah.
This is a cappella singing.
And Kiva'a chose that song specifically for his men because of their tone and their maturity.
As they
He
say
knew
in
they could
Hanalei,
do
that
it.
was perfect.
Matic Suchia will introduce the sophomore men. He is the son of Lance and Malia Suchia, no ho'oia mama noa oahu.
A ohe hananui kealu ia. No task is too big when done together. Listen as our sophomore men unite their powerful and robust voices to transport you to the bubbling and sparkling springs of Maui. Our song Kawaima Puna, composed by Queen Lili'uo Kalani, recalls a playful visit to the spring of Lohia for a refreshing drink of water. This piece was arranged by beloved Kumu, whose musical teaching career at Kamehameha spanned 32 years, Mr. Dale Noble. Papa Noble was best known for his emphasis on blend, balance, and intonation. As a Kumu with so much knowledge and experience in choral music, it was his kindness, patience, and aloha for his students that endeared him to so many. Under the direction of Logan Ledesma, Nakane o Kapapa o Ma'oma'o, invite you to enjoy the refreshing Kawaima Puna.
Logan Ledesma will direct the sophomore men. He's the son of Stuart and Erica Ledesma, Noho Oia Makeia Mokupuni nei o Ahu.
The name of the song is Kawaima Puna, otherwise known as Kukuhu. I chose this song because it really spoke to how water is life.
The man of Kamehameha.
Oh.
Nakane o Kamehameha. You know, that song, that you hear that interjection in there, ehehehe, which has to do with laughter. And ka'uhene akawai, the singing of the water. But Queen Iliuokalani's song, her melody, makes it very difficult on the language to say a word or two words, launa ole. And because of the way the melody goes, so it's very difficult. And the sophomore men did a great job. All of them did.
They did, and they are being judged on Olelo Hawaii.
Absolutely.
That is very crucial to get those words
right. Let's not forget that Lahaina Luna was the first and one of the only songs written in Olelo Hawaii Valeno as a school song. But the senior men seem to have their swag going on.
Ooh, swag. I think they all had a little swag and joyful nature as well.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well done. On good male songs, mele kupono do nakane, good songs to be sung by men. And co-ed is coming up next.
Oh, let's see how Mele is doing, right? Yeah,
yes.
let's see. Mele and
Mele and Lilinoe pehea olua.
O, lilo ko'u no'o, pololei e manu a me mahea lani. He mea kupono no ke la ano leo kane ua I kaika ke ano ka himeni ana a pā hoi kana au pehea ko mana.
E like me nā wahine.
Male voices.
E, pololei.
Like me
Nā
nā
wahine
wahine.
ke kai, ea, e Lilinoe. Ia lua nahe mai ho I kau.
Yeah, pa'akiki ale au makemake I lilo I luna no.
You know, and these songs selected though, I mean the girls songs were very vahine. I mean, and the boys songs were very kane and enjoyable. And the fact that these young kids get to learn these old songs and old arrangements, it makes it relevant. So everybody, let's own some of this. This is for Allah Hui. This is for our world, our gift to the world.
And just ahead, all 4 high school classes will compete in the co-ed competition, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
Home. You find it through open doors and open arms. Since 1969, Locations has helped thousands of homeowners find their way home. With rich Kama'aina roots, award-winning agents, and a commitment to give back, the tradition of service with aloha runs deep within us. Our clients are more than just clients. They're our neighbors, our friends, our ohana. Locations. Welcome home.
A champion's quest to help save.
Fear not, for I have come to save.
Way ahead of you. Switched her to Farmers Hawaii so she could save an average of $453 on her auto insurance.
Is thither nothing thou needed saving? An elder needed help crossing the road. I'm very good at that.
I'm good with the $453 I saved, but thank you.
If you need saving, get a quote from Farmers Hawaii.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call 808-FARMERS or visit farmershawaii.com for a quote today. That's 808-FARMERS.
When you switch to Spectrum Mobile, you get unlimited for $29.99 a month per line for 2 or more lines. That means unlimited nationwide 5G and the most reliable service coast to coast, all for $29.99. But do people really want that? Oh, yeah. Should I jump on, take a couple?
Yeah, are you trained?
No, but I have a lovely phone voice.
I don't think that counts.
Fair enough. Join the millions who have already switched. Get unlimited data for only $29.99. Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store today.
This portion of tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Locations, Hawaii's largest locally owned real estate company, helping clients achieve their goals since 1969.
Aloha and welcome back. We're here live at the 102nd Annual Kamehameha School Song Contest. And now it's time for tonight's final competition, the co-ed competition.
Seniors Kayla Tovis and Kyson James Foray will introduce the 4 classes. Kayla is the daughter of Patrick and Heather Tovis, Noho Oya Makapolei Oahu. Kyson is the son of Destin and Ililani Foray, Noho Oya Makohala, Hawaii Moku o Keawe.
For the first time in 3 years, the voices of Nāpua'apuahi will join together once again in the highly anticipated co-ed competition, as they honor the musical legacy of Kamehameha through a series of classic arrangements. For 3 of these classes, it will be their first time battling for the coveted title of the co-ed competition. In our last performance, the senior class will sing the classic Pa-O-O Waltz, composed by Joseph Iosepa and music by Charles E. King, arranged by Mr. Robert Nelson, who first came to Kamehameha in 1965 and served as the director to the Girls Concert Glee Club for many years. Mr. Nelson was best known for his ability to produce such rich sounds, balance, and finesse in the female voices. Chase Kaleopono Kamikawa will direct the men and women of the senior class as they honor the home of the Colburn Ohana in our rendition of Pa-O-O Waltz.
Visiting Moku Keawe, the junior class, takes in the sights of Hilo from Waiakea to Waianue as they praise the beauty of Kuhio in this mele composed by Kellyanna Bishaw and arranged by class of 1963 alumni Zilla Young. Zilla's enduring choral teaching style focused on posture, support, and vocal technique. And she is credited for bringing the boys and girls concert glee clubs together under one direction to form what we know today as the Concert Glee Club. Kapapa Umi Kumakahi, under the direction of Maika Kekaula, will sing Kuhio Be. O hea vale oe e ke alohala, where are you, my love, is the question for the sophomore class, as they sing of a young man's search for his lost love in Puna, Hawaii. Composed by Charles E. King and arranged by class of 1944 alumna Leila Hohukeaha, Auntie Leila's no-nonsense rehearsal technique and tough love teaching style endeared her to generations of Kamehameha students and local musicians throughout Hawaii. Taitea Kekaiola Sunaoka will lead the sophomore class in Imi Yao Ya Oe.
Tonight, the class of 2025 will sing Malui Keao, composed by Reverend Samuel Kapu and arranged by revered kupuna and authority on Himeni Haipule, Martha Poipoi Hohu. As a member of the Kamehameha faculty for 25 years, Auntie Martha's background in traditional Himeni made her choral arrangements simple, straightforward, and singable for all. Tonight, Lauren Kavai will lead the freshman class in Malui Keao. E olu olu, may we have the order.
Nalehua Kauikeiu o Kopapa Umi Kumalua will sing of the beauty of Pa-Au-Au, third.
Na Ilima Mele Mele o Kapapa Umi Kumakahi will sing of the grandeur of Kuhio Bay, second.
Na Manu Mele Mekale o Mao Mao o Kapapa Umi will scour Puna for their love, first.
Ke'ahu Poni Poni o Kapapa Eva invites you to take part in Malui Keao, fourth.
E nā poe a pau, e ola mau nā leo o Kamehameha.
Taitea Sunaoka will direct the sophomore class. He is the son of Kai Sunaoka and Vaihere Timanaha no ho'oia ma Kane'ohe o Ahu.
The story my song tells is about two lovers trying to find each other in the lush forest of Puna on Hawaii Island.
You know, I love how they introduced Auntie Layla Ki'aha and her no-nonsense rehearsal, the way she ran rehearsals. That song, Auntie Layla used to arrange without a piano. She would often go to her friend's home on the island of Molokai and arrange completely without a piano, and then go home back to Nu'uanu and check it later.
Oh, what a fun story. Ay. Micah Kekaula will direct the junior men. He is the son of Po Maikai and Shante Kekaula. Noho'oia ma kahalu'u oahu.
The audience should look for the unison parts of my song because there are a lot of running parts in my song, and when we all come together, it sounds very strong.
Excellent job.
That was a beautiful tour all through Hilo Town on the island of Hawaii. Beautiful arrangement by Zilla Young, a song by Keliana Bishaw, Kuhio Bay. Chase Kamikawa will direct the senior class for the fourth and final year. He is the son of Chuck and Lauren Kamikawa. Noho oia ma aiea o ahu.
Song contest is special because it has been going on for over 100 years and shares the stories and mele of our kupuna and generations that have come before us.
see that home in Pu'uloa through this song.
You know, and they talk about the moae wind of the Ewa district and the harmonies and the diminished chords. It's so rich, perfectly done, beautiful tribute to Ewa Oahu. Lauren Kawai will direct the class of 2025 in their very first song contest. Lauren is the daughter of Eric and Juliana Kawai Noho'oia Mapaua Oahu.
And I chose this mallet because it was very upbeat and the arrangement was simple for my class to learn.
You know, that arrangement by Auntie Martha Hohu really is old school, but it's really an interesting thought in that song because it says about all these different places on the island of Maui, but it's better if you go to the Shelter of Light Church. And so, in other words, all this beautiful makawao and hana, but it's better e aho no e komoa e ka malu o ke ao. Beautiful rendition, and freshmen, they always do so well.
And everyone felt so fresh and alive. You know, it's important to remember only the seniors tonight have really had experience here in the Blaisdell. So from the freshmen to the juniors, this really was their first time in a live performance at Song Contest.
You know, the sophomore co-ed for Puna was actually featured prominently in the 1932 and 1951 renditions of Bird of Paradise, that movie. So it's just awesome to see that these songs are living in these old arrangements.
An amazing musical legacy of Kamehameha and themes of Aloha Aina also
yes,
there as well.
All Aloha Aina, yes.
Let's go to Mele and Lilinoe. What did you think?
O kahi mea a mau I wala au ai, oia hoi ka maupopo ana o na haumana I kola ko mau mele, mana papa a pau. Ua hiki ke lohe ia ma o ka himene ana, ea?
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, and you can tell that there's such a high understanding of Olelo Hawaii,
Hawaii.
these days. You can really tell by the puana. Beautiful.
Yeah, and ua ka ilako, me kawaha.
And you know what?
Yeah.
Because we get two kumu Olelo Hawaii right there.
Polole.
And,
That's kakoa pau.
Kakoa pau. Ua nani hoi.
But ha'aheo vau I keia poe haumana. And again, because they have this opportunity this year to learn older mele. And so, you know, oftentimes you want to hear all the new songs, what's popular, what's played on the radio, what's in your own mix. But these songs are classic Hawaiian songs. The poetry is beautiful. The arrangements are beautiful.
Ai, o kanani o na ho'onoho hua mele kahiko. Yeah, e ho'ola hou.
Martha, Zilla.
Ai, Gillette, ke la mau kana ka apau. Ua nani ho i kau.
Yeah, ho'omana'o ia nei na kupuna. So our elders, our ancestors are being remembered tonight, and that makes this lahui and our poe o pio even more ikaika, even more strong.
Oh, Maikai. So important for tonight, especially after all that they've endured over the past 2 years. We're really so proud of them. Well, coming up next, we'll be hearing from some of the insights from those who have helped shape Kamehameha's musical tradition, and we'll be speaking to some of our students after this.
For more than 65 years, Long Struggs has been privileged to serve the people of Hawaii, embracing the culture of aloha in our islands and across the ocean. E pili mau na pomaikai e Hawaii.
Make Long's a part of your day. Grab your thoughts and stocking key, and the song you read, storing at the veins, tell the story. Attackers, rentals online, French specials all the time. Storing at the veins, tell the story. A whole to Hawaii, tell the story.
At No'eau, you discover more than Hawaiian-themed apparel and products. You discover a connection to our aina and our culture. We feature a variety of products as unique as each of the Hawaii-based and Hawaiian-owned businesses who make them. We believe in supporting our local artists and designers, and we believe in sharing our mo'olelo. Visit us at noeaudesigners.com at Kamakana and Ala Moana Center.
And I'm gonna close with this one. It's gonna bring the house down.
I'm sorry, I thought this was a sports bar.
It's the biggest game of the year. Why didn't we just watch it at your house?
I can't. I lost all my favorite sports channels.
That's terrible.
Oh, great, it's getting worse. I got DirecTV Stream. No local sports channels, no NFL Network.
Not a great choice, then.
Catastrophe.
Limited channel lineups are evil.
Did they choreograph this?
Choose Spectrum TV and get the sports channels you want.
On behalf of Bank of Hawaii, we are honored in supporting Kamehameha School's celebration of song, honoring Hawaii's culture and traditions. Imua.
You know, the co-ed competition that we just witnessed combines the voices of the women, and the higher voices are the soprano, and the lower voices are the alto. And then in the men's voices, you have the tenors with the higher voices, and then baritone, and then second bass at the bottom. And, you know, listening to the arrangements, and one of the themes, again, for this year was really to look for older arrangements. The newest arrangement of all of them was Kuhio Be, arranged in 1975 for the class of 1978, and they won that year as freshmen. I remember Suzanne Kaupu directing Kuhio Be. At this time, we're going to head down to the floor and talk to some haumana and get some good questions by my co-host, Mahealani Richardson, and featuring the haumana of Kekula o Kamehameha ma Kapālama.
Mahalo, Manu. Oh, we're so excited to have the freshman, sophomore, and junior director and senior directors tonight. Let's go to Lauren Kawai, freshman director. Lauren, How did you feel that you did tonight? Wow, feel that crowd.
Tonight was so exciting. It's so great to see my class sing together and the whole student body together. It is truly an incredible experience.
Taitea, what about you? This was your second time for Song Contest, but it really was your first. How did it feel tonight?
It was really exciting for me. It was a huge new thing for me, and yeah, it was really exciting.
What about you, Micah? Why don't you tell us how your experience was, and what was the big challenge for you this year?
I feel like the biggest challenge for myself and my class was to find that blend between everybody. It only happened yesterday, where we all found that blend, and we really we used it, and we just gave it our all tonight.
Now, what was it like seeing everyone in this arena together, being next to your classmates and seeing your family?
It's very exciting. I'm very anxious, but I feel like it makes me feel like a whole with my class. You know what I mean? I just feel like one together.
Well, you did a great job tonight. Let's go to Chase Kamikawa. He is the senior director. Chase, it's so good to see you. Freshman year, you had song contest here. You had song contest again, senior year. What is it like for you?
I think it's full circle, you know. I mean, we started right here, and who knew, you know, we would end up just shifting over without traveling the entire Blaisdell. It's so good to be back here once again, hearing the leo nahe nahe of the students of Kamehameha. I'm so glad to have this in-person event where we can all celebrate our kumu and our Hawaiian culture.
It's important to remember that it was 2 years of virtual for Kamehameha Song Contest, and this was a tradition that was so important to carry on even throughout the pandemic. What did it really mean to you to bring this tradition back to a live audience and to a global audience?
I think though, so much years of virtual, that virtual choirs instead of song contest, this actual live in-person event was actually really hopeful, and it provides hope for the Lahui that we can do events like this in the future post-COVID.
You know what's really amazing? To just be in the middle of all of this. What do you guys think? I mean, just to see this, everyone's having fun.
It's really exciting to see everyone having fun. It's a huge new thing for us, and yeah, it makes me really happy to see everyone having this time together and being able to share our tradition through mele.
Well, we're all so proud of you. Congratulations to each and every one of you. And I know your family members are out there in this audience and watching tonight, so congratulations again. Stay with us for the Kamehameha School Song Contest. We'll be right back after the break.
People need saving.
Somebody needs saving.
One hero could save you more.
Don't worry, citizen. I'm here to save.
Already saved.
Today?
Switched into Farmers Hawaii so he can save an average of $453 on his auto insurance. If you need saving, get a quote from Farmers Hawaii.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call 808-FARMERS or visit farmershawaii.com for a quote today. That's 808-FARMERS.
Aohe hana nui ke alu ia. It's in the determination of a family who grew an entire fleet, or the love of a teacher passing on the gift of Olelo Hawaii. It's in the heart of a man who delivers audio equipment across Molokai, or in the hands of a chef that shares aloha with our frontline workers. Some call it luck, or grit, or perseverance. We call it ohana. Oha ma'alama loans.
Grab your box of stocking key and the song you need. Storing at the bank, tell the story. Attackers rentals online, French specials all the time. Storing at the bank, tell the story.
You know her songs. Now discover her story. Beautiful. Broadway's Tony and Grammy Award-winning Carole King musical.
Opens April 19th. Tickets at BroadwayInHawaii.com.
Looking for the right connection? If breaking news, first alert weather, and podcasts are what you're after, the Hawaii News Now mobile app is your perfect match. Get it in the App Store.
This portion of tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Office of Hawaiian Affairs.
And welcome back to the 102nd Annual Kamehameha Schools Kapālama Song Contest. I'm here with two of the two choral judges, Nola Nahulu and Tim Ho. And we're going to start ladies first. A little bit about your philosophy in education, in choral education, and how it impacts the thinking of the student.
Bottom line, I feel that the voice needs to be connected with the body. So it's not unusual in my teaching that once they learn the mele, they actually start dancing with it. Mm-hmm. Not only for the rhythm, but I think we kind of forget that the mo'olelo is usually part you express with the body.
Right.
So there's a lot of movement in my teaching.
Would you say that music is also kind of mathematical a little bit too, as far as the theory and the measures and the counting, and because that's got to help the students?
Well, it's basic knowledge. Like if you're going to learn how to write, you got to learn the ABCs.
Right.
So if you want to learn how to read music, then you need to do all the quote unquote mathematical things.
That's correct.
If you don't care and you don't like learn, that's fine too.
So Tim, now you have moved away off to New York, and you're living up there and teaching there. Yeah. I'm just curious to know if you take, what do you take from home? What do you take from Hawaii, from your heritage?
I take a lot.
And how do they respond to that, your students there?
That's a fantastic question. I'm at a fantastic school, and they allow me a lot of freedom to teach exactly the way I want to teach and exactly from the perspective that I have. So I do Hawaiian music with all my choirs every single year. And in some cases arrange stuff. Some of the stuff that we've heard tonight, my choirs have done. Always with, Randy's approval and, just try to make sure that it's signed off. But a lot of it for me is teaching them perspective. It's teaching them the idea that there's an entire worldview. There's an entire culture that needs to be acknowledged and respected for exactly how it is.
And discipline too. I don't know if, I guess you heard in the introduction of the arrangers, and I want to hear just a quick comment from both of you about Auntie Leila Hohu Ki'aha and her no-nonsense way of running a rehearsal.
I think it was in the pre-show, no? Was it in the pre-show? No. She was so tiny and she scared me to death.
She's my mom's classmate, and she barked.
Yes.
But when things were going well, she started to smile, and that little rosette of plumerias in her hair would begin to open up just a little wider. How about your thoughts about all the composers, the arrangers?
I was lucky enough, number one, to sing most of those. That's how old I am. Thank you very much. But also got to work with them also later. Yes. Like Auntie Leila, Auntie Martha. I could talk story with them.
I want you to see if you can remember something that you told me years and years ago about Dorothy Kahanalui Gillette. And she used to wear her hair in a bun on top of her head. What was in that bun?
Okay, I think this was in the pre-show, but I'm going to say it again. We've decided that all of her knowledge was in the bun. We got again, and she's fabulous.
Mahalo to both of you for taking the time to judge our competition. We're going to throw it back down to Mahealani on the floor, and it's a party here at the Blaisdell Center in Honolulu. Back to you, Mahealani.
Manu, this is the place to be. I'm doing great. Mahalo, Manu. And joining us now is Dr. Taran Chun. He's the po'okula, or the head of school for Kamehameha. First of all, congratulations for making it here tonight. This has been quite a ride for you and everyone, for the Kamehameha Ohana, for the world, really. How was it important for you and everyone here to be here tonight?
Tonight is a celebration, and it represents the culmination of 2 years of overcoming adversity that we all faced as a lahui, as a world. And tonight we're celebrating that victory over those hard and difficult times. We look to our kupuna, we stand on their shoulders. They showed us how to persevere, how to overcome the challenges that are right in front of us. You can feel the energy, the aloha, the excitement. We're back. And song contest is such an important part of our fabric as a Kamehameha schools. And so we're glad that Native Hawaiians, alumni from all over the world can join in on this celebration, this Lanakila, this victory that is song contest live and in person. 2 years ago, and for the past 2 years, we've had to find other ways to do this wonderful tradition. We mahalo the classes of 2020 and 2021 for giving us something during those difficult years, but we're back and it feels good, and tonight is a celebration.
It sure is, Dr. Chun. It feels alive again. Thank you so much. It's such an honor to be here, and it is quite a party tonight. Dr. Chun, thank you so much. And we'll be right back. The lights are going down, so stay with us for more Song Contest.
Hawaiian kingdom and government lands were taken during the illegal overthrow of Hawaii. These lands are the Public Land Trust, or PLT. By law, Hawaiians are entitled to 20% of PLT revenues, valued at $78.9 million per year, but are only getting $15.1 million. It's time Hawaiians got their rightful share of the PLT. Tell your legislator to help make things pono.
Grab your box and stocking key, and the song you need. Snoring at the veins tell the story. Attackers, rentals online, French specials all the time. Snoring at the veins tell the story. A whole to Hawaii tell the story.
Back in 1959, the state of Hawaii agreed to provide homes for Native Hawaiians. Yet over 60 years later, tens of thousands continue to wait for the fulfillment of this promise.
Honestly, when I graduated from high school, I never go on the list. Because to me, it was like, poho, I'm never going to be caught up, so why even go on the list?
I'm more concerned about my keiki and their keiki and having a piece of aina to stay here.
The other part of me is more sad for those that have died on the list. This was a promise made to our people. Just do what you said you was going to do.
My name is Hi'ilani Shibata, and I have been on the wait list for 23 years.
My name is Anuenue Punua. I've been on the wait list for 28 years.
Aloha, my name is Aina Paikai, and I have been on the wait list for 20 years.
It's time to fulfill the promise. For more information, visit hawaiiancouncil.org.
This portion of tonight's broadcast is brought to you by MMI Realty Services.
Welcome back. Just before Ho'ike, Na Haumana o Kamehameha Kapālama will sing two school songs.
First, Imua Kamehameha, followed by Kamehameha March, both composed.
This evening's Ho'ike takes a nostalgic look back at Hawaii's dynamic music scene 50 years ago. Three musical milestones of 1972 inspired tonight's performance. Gabby Pop's Pahinui's historic brown album titled Gabby, featuring the traditional Ki Ho'alu favorite Hi'ilave. The haunting love song E Ku'u Morning Dew, composed by pioneering leader of Hawaiian language revitalization Larry Kimura and revered Hawaiian music traditionalist Eddie Kamai. And the release of the album Cracked Seed by the iconic trio Sunday Ma Noa, featuring Peter Moon and Robert and Roland Casimiro. Their meteoric rise reflected an emerging cultural renaissance, led in large part by the younger generation. Helping to recreate some of the musical magic of the era is the multiple Na Hoku Hano Hano award-winning trio Keauhou. They are joined by noted Hawaiian music educator and Na Hoku Hano Hano award-winning performer Kamuela Kimokeo, and other special guests.
Senior Isabella Poi Poi will lead Imua Kamehameha, and Senior Gunnar Hatcher will lead Kamehameha March.
You know, we haven't sung Kamehameha March at Song Contest in many years, so I'm looking forward to hearing that as well. Speaking about the old boys campus at Kaiwi Ula, the site of the Bishop Museum.
Wow, you can really feel the energy in the arena as the class performances have concluded and now the judges' scores are being tallied. So now it's time for the highly anticipated Ho'ike.
Ho'ike is definitely one of the most memorable parts of song contests, and this year will be no exception. For tonight's Ho'ike performance, we're taking you back 50 years ago to the year 1972 and to the songs of that era that became instant classics at that time and have since become nothing short of iconic.
Tonight, we turn the clock back 50 years and celebrate the Hawaiian music scene of 1972, a time of booming tourism and American pop culture. There was a tradition, our way of life was slipping away. Then, there was the magical sound of slack key and the soulful voice of Gabby Pups Pahinui singing Hi'ilave. The Hawaiian Renaissance was on the rise. Here is senior Jerry Santos.
The music of the legendary Eddie Kamai was truly the heart and soul of the Hawaiian Renaissance. Revered scholar Larry Kawanoi Kimura pioneered the revitalization of Olelo Hawaii and is a luminary in the Hawaiian language movement today. In 1972, these two individuals combined their talents to create the timeless love song, The Haunting, Eku Morning Dew. Here is senior Weston Kekua Chun.
So what was the hottest young group in Hawaii 50 years ago? It was the Sunday Manoa, Peter Moon and Robert and Roland Casimiro. Their hit album Guava Jam topped the charts in 1969 and featured traditional music in a contemporary style. Then, in 1972, they released the local favorite, Crack Seed.
Tonight, to help recreate the nostalgic sounds of the era, is Zach and Nick Lum and Kahanuola Solatorio of Keauho, joined by Kamuela Kimokeo and a special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy our favorite songs by the Sunday Manoa from the amazing album Crack Seed.
Kila kila. Kila kila o moana lua ki hapai. Ala, e ala hui hui pohi a kamanini. Kila kila o moana lua ki hapai. Ala, e ala hui hui pohi a kamanini. Stories with her hands of rain and wind and flowers, tales of long forgotten lands, of lost and lonely lovers. Dance, dance, lady, dance, dance, your dance of love. Dance, dance, hula lady, dance. like the birds at sea. Your hips are waves of motion, casting spells with every glance. You can hypnotize the ocean. Dance, dance, lady. Dance, dance, your dance of love. Dance, dance, hula lady, dance. Hula maiden, hula girl. The men all love you. Oh, hula girl. Oh, hula girl. Oh, hula girl. Oh, hula Hano hano Hawaii la leika leua Kua hiwi na nila o mauna kea Hano hano Hawaii la leika leua Kua hiwi na nila o mauna kea Kilo kilo o mawila, leika roselani, kua hiwi na nila o halea kala. Kila kila o mawila, leika roselani, kua hiwi na nila o halea kala. Ha'aheo o ahula, leika ilima, kua hiwi na nila o ka'ala. Ha'aheo o ahula, leika ilima, kua hiwi na nila o ka'ala. Kaulana kawaila leika mo kihana tua hiwi na nila o wai ale ale Kaulana kawaila leika mo kihana tua hiwi na nila o wai ale ale Hai na ia mai ana ka puana na mo kueha o ka pākihika Hai na ia mai ana ka puana na mo kueha o ka pākihika
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Robert Uluvehi Casimiro.
Mahalo piha mo i o enelani Kui kou kaula na ai na pau na kai a kau na one hema I ke a kou I mana nui e ia mako kou ka pakai I kou la nui jubilee I hiki mai ko mako aloha maluna oka malu oka Vale oe e kaua E ni a e nei laina pali Ka helena o ia puai a ko ia E popohe mai nei iauka o iau e vale ai I ke ala nau kupua He pua oe na ui lei mauai ke ala kupua lilia au he vale oe e kaua e ni a e nei laina pali ka helena o ia puai a ko ia e popahe mai nei
seem to see the light of that city that is very dear to me. I seem to see the waving sugar cane, the cocoa palms are nodding in the rain. In fancy I am led back to dear old Diamond Head. Honolulu, I am coming back again.
Ladies and gentlemen, our soloists.
How about a round of applause for Keoho and Kamuela Kimokeo?
And our very special guest,
Mr. Robert Uluvehi Casimero.
I seem to see the waving sugar cane, the cocoa palms are nodding in the rain, and in fancy I am led back to dear old Diamond Head, and Honolulu I am coming back again. Honolulu I am coming back again. Honolulu I am coming back
Everybody partying like it's 1972.
And they'll be back next year for sure.
Absolutely. What a great, great job.
Well, coming up, all of the winners of tonight's song contest will be announced, so don't go away.
Wardrobe for tonight's song contest host provided by Mana Ola, cultural tradition, modern artistry.
Oh, there he is. Look at you, Mr. College Man.
Oh, I was just East Coast hammer. Oh, what happened to your mop?
What? Hey guys, we ready to order?
Loco moco, over easy, extra gravy.
Same.
Same.
Tickets can now be redeemed for breakfast and a drink, or even cornbread goes perfect with chili. Zippy's makes it easier to raise more money with more choices.
We have something special here. It's not just material, but it's part of our story, our culture. That's how Native Intelligence was born. It's a place of inspiration, teaching, sharing. Ohamalama loans provided the kala we needed so that we could grow. A'ohe hanunui kialuia. Visit loans.oha.org.
This portion of tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Chaminade University, supporting Hawaii students, cultivating leaders and change makers of tomorrow to empower our Lahui.
And now we'll begin the presentation of awards at the 102nd Annual Kamehameha School Song Contest.
Senior Hi'ile Carvalho Matos will introduce the award presenters. She is the daughter of Ali'i and Miki Matos Noho'oia Mawaimanalo Oahu.
Distance makes the heart grow fonder. And after some time apart, we have been blessed to Olamo and celebrate our Kamehameha School's musical legacy together. We have honored our rich past with mele arranged by such noted individuals from Charles E. King to Zilla Young. As seen tonight, the music program at Kamehameha Schools continues to ku meka ha'aheo, lasting over 100 years, and our tradition is here to stay. As we conclude tonight's Return of Song contest, let's celebrate with the highly anticipated award ceremony. The Louise Aoi McGregor Award is presented to the song contest director that has demonstrated exemplary leadership, commitment, and this year more than ever, resilience throughout the song contest season. This award is dedicated in honor of Mrs. McGregor, who is a part of the first graduating class of the School for Girls. Tonight, presenting this award is Mohala Ayu, the great-granddaughter of Louise Aoi McGregor.
Thank you. Aloha mai kākou. O wau mohala ayu. I am the great-granddaughter of Louisa Aoi McGregor, and it is my honor to present these awards on behalf of the McGregor family. We have a tie, so ladies first. And the first award goes to Sila Franda. Okay, and the second award goes to Chase Kamikawa.
O ke kula o Kamehameha no kana kolu makahiki. A ua ku pa'a mau oia ma hope o ka olelo Hawaii ma ka aina nei. Ma muli oia ku pa'a mau o ke kahi makana mai, oia hoi ka makana olelo Hawaii. Ha'awi ia ua makana nei I ka papa pā he e wale, ke lohe aku, nani hoi ka puana ana I ka olelo Hawaii, ka wehi o nei ia aina aloha. E ha'awi ia keia makana na ke po'okula o ke kula o Kamehameha ma Kapālama, Kauka Taryn Chen.
Mai nā kumua pau o ke kula o Kamehameha, ha'aheo no mākou ia o kou e nā haumana. Lua ole ko o ko holomua ana I kau lelo Hawaii. Mai ka ino. Ua eo kale o Kalanakila I nā haumana, I nā kāne, I ka ula ula.
Yeah, the performance of Pehea Ho'iau, that very, the song about swag and personality.
That was a very enticing song.
The consonant T, which is just as Hawaiian as the others. But Pehea Ho'iau, Itau, Ite Maila, they were outstanding.
It's the Kane telling the Wahine what she can expect.
And he asked the question, so how about me? How do I look to you?
The George Allenson Andrus Cup is given to the group of Kane that have won over the judges with their strong performance tonight. Mr. Andrus' life served as the original inspiration for an annual song contest, and the cup was first awarded in 1921 as an incentive for competition. Presenting this award to the winning group of men is High School Vice Principal Mr. Jake Pocaro.
Aloha mai kākou. Lana kila, na kane o ka lei, ula ula.
I'm getting kind of emotional, I'm telling you. But you know, again, for all the world to have endured what we've endured, and these kids who worked so hard, and they did so well. These boys were outstanding.
They really overcame so much to come to this moment tonight. And it's amazing to see and feel their emotion.
And you know, it is the color red, ula ula, which this is the year of the tiger.
Mother's Cup was first donated by Mrs. E.G. Scoville after hearing the voices of Navahine o Kamehameha. The cup will be given to the group of women that have successfully won over the hearts of our judges with their beautiful mele and remind us of the voices Mrs. Scoville fell in love with in the first place. Presenting this award to the winning group of women is High School Vice Principal Mrs. Kealoha Ho'omana Heffernan.
E nā manu leo hone o Kapālama ukwa, ua nani maoli no ko o kohimeni ana. A ka, ho'o kahi wale no mea lana kila o keia pō. Haawi ia keia makana nei, I nā wahine, I kāhiko ia I nā lei, ula ula.
And the senior class is celebrating tonight, that's for sure. Their beautiful rendition of Pule of a Puhi. The blend was outstanding. That white ginger blossom up in the valley, caressed by the falling of the misty rain.
We could smell the warmth of the ginger tonight,
totally could
Manu.
smell the avapuhi right here.
Donated by the Kamehameha Schools Alumni Association, the Helen Deshay Beamer Award is given to the group of Hamana with the best musical performance of the evening. Presenting this year's award is Peleki Kena of the Kamehameha Schools Alumni Association and retired high school po'okumu, Mr. Julian Keikilani Ako.
Ai, aloha nui kākou. On behalf of the Kamehameha Schools Alumni Association, hau e puiwa, aole o ko e puiwa ana paha. Hau oi wau e hawe aku I kia makana I nā kane me ka lei ula ula.
You know, again, the performance of Pehea Ho'iau, they had really good dynamics. And the dynamics in music are how you sort of interpret the phrasing and when you crescendo and come very soft. And they really were they had their swag on for sure.
And this song was very specific for these men, these mature voices. That's what Kiva'a Kimusura said when he picked that song.
And his interpretation was well done.
Our final award of the evening is the highly coveted Charles E. King Cup. This cup is dedicated in honor of the talented and beloved educator, legislator, songwriter, and composer, whose work is an integral part of musical history that lives on to this day, as seen in many of our songs. Our final award goes to the best co-ed performance that has flawlessly displayed their hearts out as a class. Presenting the Charles E. King Cup is high school po'okumu, Mrs. Wendy Erskine.
Aloha mai kako. It is my honor to present the Charles E. King Cup Award to the senior class.
triumphant night for the seniors, Manu.
You know, we're talking with two of the choral judges earlier, Tim Ho and Lola Nahuru, and that arrangement of Pa'au'au Waltz was stunning, and it was really lush. I mean, you could just feel it was like velvet. And again, interpretation, you know, the dynamics were really, really well done.
It really took you to that home in Pu'uloa.
That's right.
And the themes of Aloha Aina. That was a senior sweep. Let's go to Mele and Lily Noi. What did you think?
Ho'o mai ka'i ka papa.
Wow.
Umi kumalua.
Ai, ho'o mai ka'i a'u kou. Hana nui, ea?
You know, again, this year is so unusual in that the senior class is the only class that had any song contest experience. But even as if they had been, I mean, they were just outstanding no matter what. I'm really pleased. I think we all can agree. It's time for our school song, Sons of Hawaii. And we
Well,
are...
mahalo for joining us tonight. I'm Mahealani Richardson. On behalf of Money Boy, Lili Noi, Ka'ahanui, and Melelani Pang, thank you so much for joining us. Aloha and good night.
Hi, aloha.
Aloha.